Dear viewers, welcome to our program Editorial. You know, we discuss a variety of issues in this program, ranging from sports to politics, economy, science and technology, whatnot. Today, our subject of discussion is higher education and the role of private university in education. Today, our distinguished guest is Dr. M. A. Rao, a senior educationist who is the Vice Chancellor of Eastern University. With him, we mostly talk about education. At the same time, some other issues may also come in for brief discussions. Professor Rao.
Yes, please.
Welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Editorial. And as I have mentioned right now, our today's discussion is about higher education and role of private universities in the education, in the broad term. How do you see our education in this country? And of course, I would like to hear from you the role of private universities in the development of educational sector in Bangladesh.
Right,
Please.
thank you. Well, I would go back a little. How and why private universities came up. In the late 80s, the demand for university education has been growing fast. Unfortunately, the public universities would not be able to meet the demands. So many students would be going out of the country to India, to Thailand, to USA, to UK for higher education. So it is about that time few of us from IBA started thinking about alternative mode of delivery from alternative institutions. Now we were surprised to observe that there are private colleges, private schools, but no private universities. It was all public universities. So then we explored what is the situation in the subcontinent. In Pakistan, there was no private university. In India, no private university. And then we said that government will not be able to create so many public universities with the limited resources. So alternative could be setting up private sector. And the major difficulty was there was no law permitting private university. So first of all, law had to be passed.
Which year it was?
It was in 1992, the first Private University Act was passed. And I must admit that this was the efforts of several people. Professor Dr. Alimullah Mian, now Vice Chancellor of IUBAT, Dr. Majid Khan, the prominent education minister, and then Dr. Musliuddin of North South University. These are the people who took initiative to promote private university, encourage passing of the Private Universities Act, and then North South University registered first, became the first private university. Now we have 78 private universities.
78 at the moment.
Yes.
Private universities in Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh, yes.
All are recognized by the government.
All are recognized.
University
Yes.
Commission.
Yes, but then there are some problems with some universities. I mean, they have not followed the rules and laws of the private university. So some of them are continuing operation, but I would say not legally.
Professor Rav, as I understand, you know, for private universities, which you have mentioned very rightly right now, there is a set of rules and regulations. The campus must have this size.
Yes.
It must have this kind of facilities. You must have this kind of students. You must have faculty and the teachers. should be qualified in this manner, this pattern. And many of these private universities, if not many, frankly at least some, have not followed these rules and regulations, and some are not following. What is your comment on
You are
that?
right. I won't be able to say in terms of percentage, but I would say quite a few universities, they have not followed the laws and rules. Say for example, they don't have their own campus yet. Some of them don't have the right quality of faculty, don't have the laboratory facilities. But I would again say there are many private universities who have these things, providing a good quality education and helping us to save foreign exchange, I would say. Otherwise, these students would be going abroad. And then some of these universities who are really good have been able to create a good impression, about the private sector education. We are actually, I would say, in a transition period that good universities had to be sorted out from the bad ones, given due attention and recognition, so that people understand that, well, good education can come from private
Professor
institutions.
Ram, I have one more question. Certainly we will welcome the emergence of private universities in this country. Otherwise, many of our students would not have got the facility of higher education, because the capacity in the public universities is very limited.
Exactly.
So, when judging from that point of view, certainly we welcome private universities. However, while most of these private universities are doing a good job, it is also often alleged that the standard in, if not many, in some of the universities, in terms of education is very poor, substandard. Even at times there are allegations, rightly or wrongly, that certificates are so easily available in exchange of money. It's not a very ideal situation. What do you think about that?
It is partly true. I would say there are many institutions actually who are doing this, but then I would say there are also good ones. Say for example, my institution, the Eastern University, they strive to provide a good quality education at reasonable fees. The fee is very important. Actually, still now most of the good students come from middle class and upper middle class families. Large number of them. Very few of them get admission in Dhaka University or public universities.
One thing, Professor Rao, about your university you have mentioned right now, understand that fees, normal fees in all the private universities are quite high compared to the public universities, obviously. But do you have provisions for meritorious students, scholarships and everything?
Yes,
You
yes,
have?
we have. Apart from fee being reasonable, we have fee waivers, meaning thereby it's a process whereby we judge the merit of the students, would give them say from 10% to 100% fee waiver. Okay, and then as they progress through the institution, we also provide scholarships to those who are doing excellent performance.
By the way, how many students you have in your university?
We have 3,500
3,500.
current semester enrollment. And then we also hire best teachers available. Yeah. The fresh ones who join as lecturer, they come mostly from Dhaka University or BUET.
Very good.
We have a selection process where a teacher has to take a written test,
Very good. But
for
I just
lecturer
want to know one
position.
more thing. That very good. Your number is very good, 3,500. Then you have good set of teachers. But how many of the students out of these 3,500 they get scholarships or some financial benefits for education?
Well, I would say about 7.5%.
They get it.
7.5%, maybe more. We are actually going to hold a ceremony where we will announce these scholarships and waivers, and academic recognition and so on.
As the Vice Chancellor of your Eastern University, are you satisfied with the campus conditions and everything, or you have some plans for further
Oh
expansion?
yes. Practically speaking, we are not really satisfied. So we are located in Dhanmondi at road number 5. That's a very expensive area. We are still on the rented premise.
Very congested.
Yes, but then fortunately we could design our classrooms, labs and others because we hired the building when it was being built. So we have adequate facilities. That is all right. But then we have still to move to the permanent campus. We have already purchased land in Ashulia, and right now I am coming from the Board of Trustees meeting.
Very
where
good. We
where-
hope that you
Yes.
purchase your land and you have a very ideal campus which is suitable for a prestigious private university like yours. Dear viewers, at this stage we will go for a short break and we'll come back after the short break.